Hello, I'm there as Luke Cartographer, and this is the 163rd video of my Fallout 76 Surveyal series, and this is Cranberry Glades. Taking a look at the map, we're right over here at the southeast part of the Cranberry Bog, I guess. Kind of difficult to say exactly. Definitely not southeastern corner of the map, but it's also not really the eastern part of the Cranberry Bog, which I would say is closer up there. But anyway, I think you see what I mean here. Northeast of the flooded train yard, east of the Veiled Sundew Grove, south of drop site C2. Now, this location's interesting because I think this is really the source of the reason why the Cranberry Bog is even in the game to begin with. And that's because it's based on a real-world location, and that's the Cranberry Glades, or the Cranberry Glades Botanical Area within the Monongahela National Forest in the real world. So it's an area with this really acidic environment where you get a whole bunch of interesting plants growing. It's several different glades, actually. I think it's about 5 different glades that exist in the real world that they actually do have boardwalks going through them, linking the areas up so that people don't end up walking through these pristine environments. It's a place where they use for research and things like that. So anyway, with that aside, let's talk about the enemies you're going to find here. Mirelurks, Mirelurk Kings, and the occasional Mirelurk Queen, though I've only seen her 2 of the 5 times that have come by here. Now, along with that, there have also been Scorch beasts that have flown over, but that's only happened once. Now, before we go into the site itself, or even investigate the parking lot, we're going to take a look down the back of this road here, because there is a bus that was likely coming up here for tourist reasons, and we're going to take a look inside of it, because it's got the majority of the junk you can find here at this site. So coming up in here, you can see there's a trumpet there, an accordion, a steel guitar, and the bourbon bottle here. That really is most of the junk you're going to find here. There are a couple hats in here, but other than that, that's it. And I mean, honestly, that might actually be all of the junk you can find here. This place does not really have that much in the way of loot, but it's a very interesting site, especially given that it's based on a real-world location. So I want to go ahead and actually take a look at the site itself. Well, again, we'll start with the parking lot first, then we'll go into the site. So we got bear-proof trash cans, a few of those here at this site. The tree here fell in the car. Something to note is this seems to be a random event spawning area right in here. I've had cultists appear here. I've had the Mr. Prize bot appear here, the robot that shows up to try to get you into an ambush, all that kind of stuff. So keep that keep your eyes out for that sort of thing right in here. Got a suitcase there. This is a concrete deposit, and we'll talk about the collectible notes here in just a second. Got a couple porta potties, one of which has a first aid kit in it. And if we come over here by this cooking station, there's a picnic table that has a recipe that spawns on top of it. Alright, so in terms of the collectible nodes, I already showed you the concrete deposit right there. But along with that, given that it's the Cranberry Bogs, or sorry, the Cranberry Glades, you're going to find cranberries here, along with that diseased cranberries, and there are also mutated ferns. So let's go ahead and walk the boardwalk here and see what things are like in here. Now, I've already gone through and killed the Mirelurks. You can actually see one of them right over there. Typically what I find is that the majority of the enemies I find here are Mirelurk Kings, but whether or not that's because of my level, I don't know. If we take that first left, we come all the way over here, and we get to this dead end with a couple of benches on it. And then there's also a duffel bag here with some ammunition and a gun. I've also found a stealth boy right here, but if we come back up this way, we'll go back to the main path that we broke off in the first place, and then we'll keep on heading north. Now, it dips down underwater there, but it does keep continuing on that way. We're going to go right, though. And it dead ends here with this observation platform. And typically the Mirelurk Queen, by the way, is over there in that area, so keep that in mind. Now, I have found a magazine right here. Along with that, there's a beer right here, and that actually is only one of 2 of the 8 items you're going to find here in the bog. Now there's a basket there, there's another basket, and that's where we're going to find some Firecracker Berries, and that is the other 8 item that you can find here. Now, again, the boardwalk dips under the water. There's some cranberries. There are diseased cranberries around here too, right there, I think. Nope, that's another cranberry. Just believe me, they're out there. Along with that, there's one of the mutated ferns. Okay. Alright, back up onto the boardwalk. And we keep following it up this way. There's another bear-proof trash can. Come up the stairs. There's a duffel bag full of ammunition, and potentially you can find a bobblehead right here. Now, as I said before, the Mirelurk queen can sometimes spawn off over in this area, so keep that in mind. Alright, heading back down, we can come back this way on the boardwalk. That's, this part right here is actually just a ramp up. This is not part of the actual, like, long boardwalks. There are a couple ramps like that here and there. Coming over here, we can find a submachine gun and some 45 rounds. Now, sometimes I'll find the 45 rounds, sometimes not. Sometimes a submachine gun, sometimes not, so just keep that in mind. Keep on going this way. And there is another path south. So let's follow this real quick. Now we have another seating area. And a toolbox there you can lockpick. Coming this way, we find a box here with some junk inside of it. Then along with that, some purified water and a lunchbox, or cooler, I guess. And this submerged path here, which comes back up over here. And if we look off this way, this is that observation platform where you can find the magazine. So, just to again retake our bearings here, this is the main path that we followed in from the parking lot. Okay, so if we come back up this way, again, that's towards the magazine and further on towards the Bobblehead. But if we come back over this, again, the seating area with a crate, the purified water, and the lunch pail. It's my dog barking in his sleep there. Now if we come over this way, here's another point where the path goes down. Dead Mirelurk King right there. Another cranberry. Coming back up here, that first seating area that I pointed out, with again the duffel bag of ammunition and the potential stealth boy. So it just shows you there are 3 paths north and south. All 3 of them are submerged beneath the water, and they connect to they go various depths into the Cranberry Bogs, or Cranberry Glades, I mean. Now coming up this way, we can head off this way to the final point where you can sit. But along with that, like I said, there's a basket with some Firecracker Berries. Only 2 this time. I found 3 before. And the woman that was picking them, perhaps. And another nice place to sit. So yeah, it's an interesting area, really, just because other than the enemies you find here, it's a pretty nice, calming, natural area. Especially once you kill the enemies off, I mean. And again, it's based on a real-world location, the Cranberry Glades Botanical Area within the Monongahela National Forest. So this is based on a real location, the real world, and I'm fairly certain this is actually the source of the existence of the Cranberry Bog within Fallout 76. So anyway, though, I think that really should do it for the Cranberry Glades. This has been the Resolute Car. Oh, actually, first I gotta show you the full list of all the loot you can find here. Alright, and that should do it for the Cranberry Glades. This has been the Resolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.